like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall. I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gonna make you up like a limbo.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Carolina Panthers. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
You ready?
43 is the mark.
Come.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Let's go.
On first down, it's Greer. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
The ball's at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Pull it high. Rush in. Rush in.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's first and 10.
I got you, pop. 6 guys.
Recon, 132 fighter. Smooth. Hard. Shoot.
Now a first down throw. Greer. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Lock. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Down. 70, Indy.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
X3, 218, chop it.
Check your hot read.
Hey, Alpha. General West. Hey, exit. Now.
On 2nd and 9, Greer. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Here we go. 30 base. Protein spill.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
5.
Greer on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Antoine Woods able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go, set, 60 Pittsburgh. Ready?
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. 20! And he's got his target. That's Moore. Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Ready,
one play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Clock now on 1st down. He'll find Lindsey here. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lock. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. Call it no gain on the dump-off, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Hey, Charlie.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Crystal, travel.
Kill.
Locke looks to throw it again. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Here I come again. Joker.
6, pull it high. Look at me. Door. Say go.
They'll go for it. It's locked. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
152 fighter.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
64, wait.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Ready up.
59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Go.
Head up.
A give running right, Lindsey. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, box truck.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
General West.
Switch gears. Check 50.
Go.
On me.
5.
From the 31, Locke into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
And it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
We
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Sam off. Ready.
On 2nd down, here's Greer. He's going to look deep for more. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw, Greer. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. A toss play to Hunt. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Carolina. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
This is taken at his 4. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
And the Broncos first down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Ready? Go 58's the mic. You draw Corker. Shit.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Nice. Zoo.
Mike,
6-6. Pull it high.
here we go.
Back. Hey, seam 6. All right?
To throw on third down. Locked. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And Zerline's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time win right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, it's Hunt, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down. First and 10.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Bear. Come. Hey, Echo. Ready.
On first and 10, Greer looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The second quarter score from KC. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
X3, 218, chopper.
Check 49.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike.
Hey, lock it. Buzz. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. This is the tight end fan. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here, 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
On the pin.
From midfield, here's Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to...
Emmanuel Sanders, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Broncos cut into that lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead is down to 28-10. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They run again with Hunt. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. On play action, Greer to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, we got 3 down.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
Watch the ship.
Get it.
Another run by Lindsey. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Go.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Here's Greer now on 2nd down. He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Carolina. 54 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Let's go,
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating in the red zone now, Greer. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Hey, Orvin.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey. Smoke. They go.
Greer on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
59 Mike.
Look, squeeze.
Throwing on 1st down is locked. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brian Burns in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And it's 3rd down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Lock going to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Brian Burns racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The Broncos send out their punter now. And he's able to get it out of there. On the return is Kirk. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Ready. 43 is the mic.
I'll go.
I'm coming after you.
Undercrunch. Fire.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
1st down, Greer. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Greer now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Ready?
Now a first down throw. Greer to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Pilot, 64, weak. Let's go.
Back to the air. Greer on 2nd down. That's caught by Hollister. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 16 yards, a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
Mike 27. On the Army. On the Army. 47 is the Mike.
Rock it. Let's make it hurt.
To the air again, Greer.
Let's make these big.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll run. This is Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and goal.
X3, 218, chop it. Go. Hit it.
Now Greer on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter.
I smell fear in that.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Come on, set, 8, read.
58, right there. Here we go.
Hey, Jack,
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey, high 7. Now.
Lock to throw for it on 4th. He's got his big tight end, Fant. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Hey, Charlie!
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Big edge. 56.
Yes.
56. Watch the screen.
Fight.
On 1st down, Locke. Caught by Cobb. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Locke now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Pittsburgh.
Check 26.
General West.
Check.
Ready?
On 2nd down now. It's Lindsey. Oh, look at the juke. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Check 24. Protein spill.
Here's Locke to throw. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. This will be from 56 yards out. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready,
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
Check hard. Crouch. Go. Shoot.
On 2nd down, here's Greer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
80 weapons.
On 3rd and long, here's Greer. And the pressure gets to him again. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
20-yard line.
Ready up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack.
A loss of 6 yards. It's second down.
Ready, ready.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call.
Mike, 58, right there.
Here we go. Here we go. Look at me. Go. Go.
On third and long, it's locked. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
There we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. This is Hunt. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
And 6.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Carolina, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Denver, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.